Hello, I am live. Okay, I'm like 2 minutes early, so I just want to make sure I could get here okay. And hello, everyone. Oh, wow. Evelyn, I just want to give you a shout out. Thank you for sending me that awesome video of the mom's resignation. Wow. I just watched that this morning. I didn't end up watching it last night. If you did not see this one, it's One Funny Mother. And she says, day 47 quarantine. And she has some really funny things to say about resigning as the mother of our family. I can relate to some of that stuff. Totally, totally, totally. Now, if you've homeschooled, a lot of people, they're homeschoolers, but this is different because, when you homeschool, you don't just stay in your house. You aren't restricted. You can go to the store, you can go to the park, this is different. Plus, a lot of the husbands are home, and, this is totally different. So, this video was called let's see if I can find it. It was on a couple different places. I thought maybe you guys had already seen it. Um, oh, I'm on the wrong one. It's called One Funny Mother, Day 47. Her name is Dena Blizzard, Dena Blizzard. One Funny Mother. Yeah, that was really funny. And that was really cute. There was another really good video that I wanted to mention, and this one was on the Christian Facebook group, and I thought this one might be a good one for us to recreate. Evelyn and whoever else wants to sing, if I can find it. I just had it. I don't know how to save videos very well. Um, It was a hallelujah video, and they were just singing hallelujah. And when I was watching this morning, Hezekiah, that's what it was, Hezekiah something or other. I'll have to look that up. In the Christian VIP Kid group, and it was Hezekiah, the guy's name, and he was just like singing praises everywhere. And I'm not sure where it is. Can't find it, of course, because when I want to find something, I can't find it. But it popped up on my channel this morning, and somebody had tagged me in it, and I loved it, and I thought we need to redo that one. It was just kind of like he was telling everybody all around the world to praise, and they were all doing the praise song, and it was people from all over the world. And so that was a really good song to watch this morning, and just to think about, even though we're having a hard time quarantining, things are hard. If you are healthy, that is the important thing. And if you are a prayer warrior, you need to pray. I did see a really good video going around yesterday. I'm still trying to verify if it is totally legitimate, but talking about investigating some money that was given to the Wuhan hospital, and or hospital, Wuhan lab. So I'm hoping that that's a start for exposing some of the bad stuff. I think the next few days before November are going to be very hard for all of us, because there is a war going on, and unfortunately it's a war inside our own country, and we are not united, and that's very sad. It's very sad that we can't be united on truth and our whatever. I don't want to say too much on this live video, but if you do pray, just keep praying and keep trusting in the Lord. And when you watch a YouTube video, you can click library and watch it. Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. Thank you, Evelyn. Okay, so that's a good idea. I didn't really think of that. Okay, click on library. Oh, there it is. Awesome. All right, so I just did want to just play a part of it, just to kind of give everybody, something happy to think about and to remember. And this is just, they're just going through and they're just going to say, hey, let's praise God. So he's walking into the street, everyone is social distancing, and he's still able to walk through the street and still do it. Yeah. I'm going to talk about my background in a minute. So here he goes. I love it how we can be creative even though we are having a hard time. We could be creative and do what we need to do, you know? So praise the Lord. The Divisive Praise. And when I first learned that song, I thought, why do we want to have a sacrifice of praise? What does that mean? Well, sometimes that means that even during the hard times, we praise God, even during the hard times. So that's what we need to do right now is just thank God for what we have and praise God. Thank you. Hello, Evelyn. Hello, Casey. Hello, everyone. I signed on a couple minutes early, so I was just kind of chatting. Hello, Casey. Mindy, thank you very much. Hello, Amy Lou. And I'm just scrolling through the names here, making sure I hit everyone. Laura, thank you for coming. My day is good. I have not started my feedback. I have not done my feedback either. Hello, Gwen. Woke up for 5 a.m. Student no show, but then another class until later in the morning. Oh, good. Yeah, I've had a number of cancellations also. Hello, Meredith. Hello, Cindy. So now that everyone's here, wow, 13 people. Before I read the update, I wanted to go ahead and talk about my background. I did make a video and I put it on my YouTube channel. If you watch that, you saw a little bit of my background plan. I don't know. I just got this idea. I had sent Cindy Plummer she said, send me an email and I'll send you all of the pictures that I used for hers. Hers was a black and white inked type background and I really loved it. But I just had another idea. I just went ahead and took some of the images. I drew Dino myself. It's not the best Dino, but I think it's kind of like, I don't know, psychedelic type of thing. And then I did take a star, kind of traced my stars. I had an apple, traced the apples. And then I used this idea for the heart, which I'm not real familiar with doing, and then I made my own VIP kid. This is a sun that I usually use during my class for sunny days. And I also was able to get this. This is actually taped up here. This is stuck. I can't move it. I do have like magnet board behind here, and this is magnetized to it, so I'll use this sometimes for rewards. And then this is painted by the one and only Evelyn Joy, and so I love that Dino's family. So this is my just handmade and watercolor put together backdrop, and I kind of like how the colors are for my class. It's kind of like a lighter color, and I don't know. I like it for now, right? If you do not know me, I am famous for changing my background quite frequently. So I wasn't going to worry about the clean up your office challenge, but once I saw Mindy's, I was like, I'm inspired. So I went ahead and did it, and then I really wanted to do something along the lines of Cindy's, but I wanted obviously put my own personality with it. And I love how we went in our school that's from Vietnam, and my daughter loved this, and I just it was just kind of impromptu. It wasn't majorly out. So thank you so much. This is just poster paper. I didn't buy anything. It was everything I had in the house and just went with it. So I have already been recording cleaning up my office. Now I just need to finish. Yeah. The easiest way I've been making the videos is on my phone. And the only thing I don't like about on my phone is that it's a little tricky with the um, Ken Burns thing. So I'm working with that and figuring that out. So, hello, Grace. Yeah, when I do it on my computer, it seems like the editing takes longer, everything takes longer. So, yeah, so I have been using my computer. Actually, I do have my, if you watched my video, you saw, but I do have the green fabric and I have learned how to do green screen. But the thing about the green screen is you don't get the personality like this type of thing, homemade type of background. And then the other thing with the green screen is your lighting has to be like much the same. And so if you have, like I have windows in this room, so if I start at 5 a.m., I have lighting and then the sun comes up and the lighting could change so that really need to put something on my windows so that I can close the curtains and that my lighting is uniform in this room. So that's the other issue with the green screen. But I did figure it all out and I have a plan, and I was using Cam Twist with my computer also, which I really love, and I want to show you guys how I was doing it even on a 13-inch computer screen. Okay, now I watched Amy Morganson's videos and she told me, oh yeah, you can do it, and I just didn't believe her. And then I saw another video by someone that also did another video how to place everything on a 13-inch screen. And I figured it out because I didn't realize you can overlap stuff, because some of the things you don't really need to see the whole time you're teaching. And so I would like to show other people how to do it if they would like to learn. And if you have a MacBook Pro, then you can do this and it's really not that hard. So since I just learned it and it took me forever, I can go ahead and share that information with you guys if you're interested. And what I was doing is you can put your rewards for Google Slides in the corner, and you can, like, say you do find a star, you can have them choose a number and then you can switch it so that the reward is big and you are small in the corner. So what I usually do is I have Google Slides on my phone, and like today, this kid that does amusement parks and he doesn't like to really pay attention very well. So this has all the Disney characters, and then you press on it. I think this one was made by Amy Morganson herself. And you have stars, and then you have more stars, and you have characters, and you have the princess house, and you have fireworks. And if I did this with my phone, because when I was doing Cam Twist, I was having problems with my computer freezing. And so I told during my live on Saturday that I probably need more gigabytes. So I went on YouTube and I found out I can add gigabytes to my very own computer instead of buying a whole new computer. So I have bought 16 gigabytes, little tiny little pieces, and we're going to put those into this computer. And for a little over $100, I can upgrade my computer rather than buying a whole new computer for $1,000 or $2,000, which I would really love to have a $2,000 computer. But during this time, I don't really want to spend my money all on a computer since times are really hard right now. And so, hello, Amanda. Thank you for coming. Amanda Panda. Thank you so much. You know, I need to give some of you guys a wrench. What I need to do is I'm going to add you as a moderator. And Luann, I will add you as a moderator. And who else wants to be a moderator? So moderators can go in and they can, like, if somebody surfs into the channel, they can take away that person or delete comments. They can also add links. Like if a link is mentioned or you want to mention a link, you can go ahead and do that. So, um, yeah, so I'm learning Cam Twist, I'm learning green screening, but I don't have it all figured out at this time. And so I'm still in the developmental stages. So I'm waiting on my gigabytes to come. Then I will go see my computer person. And he said he would put them in for me. And then I will try Cam Twist again because I really loved how you could switch out the rewards. Grace Hope is a teacher, and Renee. Oh, teacher Renee. Okay, Grace Hope. Thank you so much. So that means, like, say you come and you're the only person, if we don't have 14 visitors, you could be the moderator. And Cindy, I'm going to add you as well. And Meredith. Meredith is my good friend that I'm going to interview soon. And Amanda L. Thank you for coming, everyone. I kind of forgot about that earlier. But when I look through the list and I see that some people are blue and some people are not, then I realize, okay, we need to we need to change that so you don't feel left out. I mean, for us right now, it's like if you're blue, you're good, you're golden, you're part of the crowd. And this is so exciting to have so many people. And thank you to Kelly for allowing me to fill in for her today. Usually Kelly Tag goes on Tuesdays, and she will read the report for VIP Kid, and she will also read the report for GoGo Kid. I do not teach for GoGo Kid. I've thought about teaching for GoGo Kid, but I really have plenty to do right now, and I don't really need to add that to my plate at this time. I do have kids at home. I have 4 kids under high school age. I have one college student at home who is also working. I have a college student in Kentucky. I don't really have to worry about him too much. And then I have my daughter who lives sort of close by, and she's going to come visit today with her 3 kids. Yeah, we stay somewhat. We play outside, do the garden, stuff like that. Yeah, nice to jump on people. Yeah, it's not nice to jump on people. So, yeah. So thank you guys all for coming. I really appreciate it. And I'm trying to make everyone moderators because everybody here is regulars to these lives. And it's really fun to watch each other's lives and to encourage one another. And that's what I wanted to mention about my background, is that my background is inspired by Cindy Pummer because she made a homemade thing. It's not as good as hers, not as intricate as hers, didn't take as long as hers, but it was fun to do. It was fun to do just to do it, not that it's like, any majorly awesome art, but it was just a really good outlet to do, just to do it. And so it was fun, and I really like it, the homemade look to it. And then this is from Evelyn. Evelyn gave me this. I believe I was in one of the first groups, the mailings that I don't know how she thought of it, but it was a great idea to make these name tags for different people. And she's been such a blessing in sending these out. And these are not cheap to mail either. She puts postage on these and mails these. She sent me this one. I remember when she made it, she sent me she sent me a private message and said, "I have this for you. Send me your address." And I'm like, "Oh, you don't have to mail it. Shipping is so expensive. Just send me the PDF and I'll print it off." She's like, "No, I made this for you and I want to send it to you." And I was like, "Okay." That was really awesome. And then this is the Dino Family, and that is by Evelyn as well. And I really love this part of the background. And also the dots were from the Good Fortune box. So, I got the Good Fortune box, the very first one, because Paula Gross did a giveaway and I won the giveaway. So all of the things in my background represent my friends and people that support me and people that I care about as well. Yeah, I am going to read. I have not read the weekly report yet. So I have not made the weekly report yet. So yeah, and this is that plant from the good. This plant right here, we as teachers, some of us are inspiring each other. This was inspired by Evelyn and Danny, and this is a container. If you notice, this is the bottom of a milk jug. So it was like, why go to the dollar store and buy anything that I need to put plants in? I have recycling all over the place. So I went ahead and did that. And then I'm also going to be doing an herb garden. This one is Italian oregano. And I bought these plants. So I am going to also put herbs in my garden. So that's another thing I want to do. Herbs are expensive and you can make your own. So yeah, yeah, so your plant is growing well. Love the milk jug idea. I'm taking that idea. Yeah, and the other thing you can do is some of these plants, like say you buy it already in a container and you're not planting it yet, you can use the milk jug to hold it. And from what I've read is some plants like to be fed from the bottom. So if you put it in a milk container and then you put the water in the container, then the plant will drink the water from the bottom. That's another hack that I saw from watching YouTube. So I planted blackberry plants the other day. Awesome, Marianne. I bought because Evelyn bought some berry plants. I'm like, I don't know why I haven't bought berry plants before, but my favorites are blueberries, and I bought some strawberry plants. So, yeah, I bought some strawberry plants, and so I'm going to plant. I always thought I don't have room for an entire strawberry patch, but why not just plant a few strawberry plants? So that would be good. So, yeah, the milk jug idea. I had a friend who also posted on my wall. We were discussing plants, and I guess she does that. She collects the milk jugs all year long, and she cuts the top off and she uses that as like a little greenhouse type thing. So she will cut the bottom, cut it in half this way, and do her dirt and her seeds and then put the cover on, and it's like a little greenhouse. So I saved eggshells and crushed those in with the soil. Oh, yeah. I've been telling my kids we need to stop throwing eggshells away. That's great. Eggshells on top of the soil to keep the snails away. Okay, my tomatoes are having a little issue. Oh, yeah. That's the thing. I've tried gardening before, but this time I'm determined to just do as much as I can, and then I'm going to just be flexible. Like, things will happen. This is why people get discouraged with gardening, because things do happen. We have to problem solve. We have to have the right an amount of water, not too much water, decent weather, not too much sun, not too many clouds. And so there is a science to it. That's why people have a hard time with gardening, and it takes a while to learn. And your climate is going to be different than other people's climate as well. Yay, Evelyn, I know your blackberries won't produce this year. Yeah, they take a little while to berry plants to get established. Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to mention those things. Also, I wanted to talk for a minute about the mask debate. Some people are saying wear a mask. Some people say don't wear a mask. In my town, the people were saying that, I can't believe people are coming to the store and they're not wearing masks. And it's like, well, the CDC told us at first that we shouldn't wear a mask. And then they tell us we do have to wear a mask. And so I just wanted to share with you one of these comments that somebody put on my group in my town. Said, please wear a mask. Nothing to do with the coronavirus. Some of y'all are just ugly. I live in a really, like, kind of backwoods type town, and, that's kinda true. This was another good quote that I found today or this week. "Be good to your spouse. Remember, right now, they could poison you, and it would be counted as a COVID death." That was another funny one. It's funny, not funny, but sometimes funny is just something to kinda take the edge off, right? I mean, hopefully nobody takes that to heart. Also, I wanted to mention my friend in Honduras that he is doing very well. I'm praying for him. His name is Barry Ritchie, and if you come to my page at all, you will see that I will post his name, and he is in Honduras missions. He has been able to pray with like the policemen. He has brought food to different people. He knows people in the mountains. He knows Christians. He's still ministering to the people very, very closely. And so yesterday he had posted that they were closing down. The government was like making everybody stay home and everything, which would be hard because they don't have a surplus of food even in their own home. They can only buy so much on a good day. And so he posted this morning that he is doing well and he was provided with a whole bunch of food and he was able to share it with people. And that's the thing about him is that he shares. He doesn't stockpile for himself. He doesn't stockpile anything. He shares and he himself a conduit. The stuff comes in and the stuff goes out. And, he's always been that way. He was that way when he lived in the States and he had a regular job. He was still the same way. He would give the shirt off his back. So if you want some encouragement and you want some real life amazing missionary story, stay tuned and check it out and I've also had friends that I've offered, hey, let me know if you can send him 10 or $20 and you can either give it to me and I will pass it along, or I can give you his email privately and you can send him the money yourself. And so it's a very amazing story. He's someone that I know personally. I used to babysit his kids. I knew them very well. They were very involved in the church, always gave 200% of themselves and of their time and of their resources. And I have prayed for him all through the years. And I've always been a stay-at-home mom. I haven't been able to really give of my own earnings to his ministry until now. So the Lord lays it on my heart to give some of my earnings to his ministry. And I know that he can multiply it even more than what we could do here. So I just wanted to throw that out there that I'm thankful for his ministry. I'm thankful that I know him personally and that I can be my daughter, my fifth daughter. She actually went to Honduras and stayed there for 3 weeks. And it was an amazing experience. And she told me stuff and, things happened. And I said, if she goes there to Honduras, she stays for 3 weeks and she comes home and she's still alive. That was that was the baseline. If there was any problem, I'm just glad she made it home safely. And she did learn a lot. And I didn't know if maybe the Lord would call her to missions. At this time, she's not a missionary or anything, but it did open her eyes to what it's like in a third world country. And she did love it there. She wanted to go back. She hasn't been back, but it's a good place, but it's also a very hard place to live. But a lot of people are getting saved there and a lot of people are serving God there. So, and they know it's time is of the essence for everything. Oh, awesome, Luann. I hope you show us. You have inspired me for a watercolor background. Awesome. They are yellow leaves and not growing much. I think the landscapers might have weed sprayed them. Oh no, or they didn't water enough because their sprinkler system didn't work in that zone. I would think the yellow leaves would mean that there's too much water, but I don't really know that much about it. I do know with tomato plants, you want to pick off those bottom leaves and make sure that the bottom leaf, they call them suckers, and you're supposed to take those out so that the rest of the plant can grow well. So, Amanda, I love the handmade background and painting. I am interested in this. Looks fun. Awesome. And somebody's trying to call me, but I am not going to answer. So nobody calls me. Everybody texts me. So if it's somebody calling, they probably don't know me very well. I don't know who it is. We'll find out in a little while. So I wanted to go. Oh, it's time for the VIP Kid weekly report. That's why I'm here, right? So I wanted to share with anybody who might be new. Oh, okay. If you're new, if you want to find out where to go to the weekly report, you're going to go to the app on your phone. And if you have a iPad, you can go to the portal also, but you can also go to this only orange app, or you can go to the portal, and then you're going to go to the little bell. And if there's a new message, there will be a red dot there, and you just click on it. And then you get your list of news and updates, courses, certifications, responses, survey, and things like that. So then here is the new weekly report, and then you can click on it that way. You can also access it through your email. I'm thinking that they probably came out about the same time, because I looked at one point this morning and it wasn't there. Then all of a sudden I had them in both places. So the weekly teacher update, it says check out this week's update for all the VIP Kid news you don't want to miss. And then you press view details. So Amy Lou says plants show the same signs of distress, so could be either over water or underwater. Always error on the side of underwatering. You can save a thirsty plant, but you can't save a rotted one. Okay. Tomato plants, not sure they'll survive my beginner gardening. It depends on the plant too. If you have that's why I like to get like tomato plants from a person who grew them, like the beginning part, because it depends on how hardy the plant is that you start with also. You should try, Evelyn. Yeah, try. I bought a few tomato plants on Sunday, and I have them in my window. I want to buy a few more, but I figured I would buy a few, and then, because we can't really plant until May 25th. They say wait till around here, you wait till Memorial Day and then you plant, because we can still get a frost. So I didn't want to buy too many plants too soon, but I didn't want to miss out either, because sometimes you might want to go to buy something and they're all gone at this point, right? So feed, fish emulsion, seaweed has to grow organic food is good too. Okay. Try 1 to 5 gallon bucket, enter early in the morning and evening. I love all these gardeners. My father has grown a tomato plant. I remember one year he just grew like 2 tomato plants, and he put them in like a 5-gallon bucket, and they got huge. And just 2 plants, he did really well. So you don't have to, put it in the ground. You could put it in a large bucket, and that would help. But I would say you have to be careful about that overwatering and don't put too much. But if you live in the South, you might have to also be careful of underwatering. I have some tomato plants growing from seed, but I'm probably going to have to get some starter plants. Yeah. I planted my peppers. Like, I planted pepper seeds a couple different times, and my pepper seeds aren't growing. So I'm thinking I want to buy some pepper plants as well. So tomatoes and pepper plants is what I'm thinking of getting. Some of my kids want to grow a watermelon, but I've heard where I live, the growing season's kind of short, so they're kind of hard to grow. I live in Hanover County, Virginia, which is famous for its tomatoes. Ooh, oh man, do you like tomato sauce? Because I love fresh tomato sauce with tomatoes. I remember one year my mother was gifted like 3 bushels of tomatoes from someone's garden, and that was the best tomato sauce she ever made. And I doubt that's going to happen. Around here, there are some places that grow food and let you go in and pick it, but it's becoming kind of expensive these days. Everybody's charging more money for everything. So anyway, dear teachers, it says May is nearly upon us, which means Labor Day, holiday in China, May 1 through 5, Teacher Appreciation Week. Stay tuned for exciting announcements next week. And Mother's Day, take a peek at your school on May 10th to make sure you can fit your classes into any potential celebrations are all right around the corner. Yeah. Okay, until then, we have curriculum updates, Chinese culture challenges, and more. Top story, last call for the spring cleaning sweepstakes submissions. And I went to try to load those up to my phone, but I realized that that is not possible. So I will be loading up. They said, now's your chance to show us your classroom, even if you made just one simple adjustment. Submit a photo or video before April 28th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a chance to win custom swag, get featured in our spring cleaning video, and possibly, oops, I lost it. And possibly, sorry. Possibly show up on Chinese TikTok. Well, that was interesting. We've even added a $200 Amazon gift card to the prize pool. There are under 300 submissions right now. So with 20 winners, your odds of claiming a prize might be better than you think. So, and then you can enter now on that spot, or you can enter on your portal. Teacher voice curriculum, check out these changes based on your suggestions. So they have some slides here. Lesson 3, Unit 7. You pointed out that both answer choices were technically correct. We changed the incorrect answer to avoid misleading the students. I don't know. Sometimes I just tell the kids either answer is correct. But that's okay. Thank you for helping us improve the curriculum for our students. If you have curriculum suggestions for us, send a ticket to our support team. Select the teacher voice drop down and then suggestions curriculum category. Okay, and then they also talk about why your ticket responses may take longer than usual. If you've been wondering why it's been taking longer than usual to get a response after submitting a ticket, watch this short video. Eric discusses a few reasons behind the delay and explains how you can help. Number one tip is try searching for the answer to your question in the support center before submitting a ticket. Sorry, I don't know when my hopefully. Sorry if my camera froze. I just looked up and saw that my camera froze. Internet issues, I guess. So I will read that again. Tickets could be taking longer than normal, so make sure that you watch Eric's video. I'm thinking, obviously, because of the coronavirus, you know, they have a shorter staff. We have more questions. More people are working, and I'm sure things are getting bottled up. So I will watch that video after. The third installment of the 6 Apple X Lingo Bus series is tomorrow. So I don't know if any of you doing that, the Lingo Bus series. It sounds like it was really fun. And maybe that's why they're putting questions in the little quizzes, some of the Chinese words, which I do not know. So that might be why, because so many people are doing the the fun classes. The third installment of the Chinese class series through 6 Apple will help you better understand your students and their families. The class will have 2 parts, a culture session that will focus on communicating between cultures and a language session that will focus on family positions and familial phrases. Head to the 6 Apple page to find the free Chinese classes icon. Watch the replay of classes 1 and 2 and register for class 3. Well, that's a good idea. I didn't realize you could watch the replay. Okay, I think I'll do that. I'm glad I read the update. Thank you, Kelly. Hutong challenges of the week. Learn to cook Chinese. If you like spicy food, this challenge is for you. Learn how to make one of Sichuan province's signature dishes. Complete the Hutong challenge and learn more. My teenagers made Chinese last week. They made rice with broccoli and chicken in it. And they also made like a chicken with like a sweet and sour sauce, kind of spicy. It was really good. They actually like cut the chicken into chunks and then they put a breading over it and then they fried it and then they put like a sweet and sour sauce on it. It was similar to like General Tso's chicken. It was really good. Yeah, and they did it like a fried rice with soy sauce, so that was really awesome. So thank you to everyone that participated in a pilot meetup, virtual meetup. Our goal is to improve the virtual meetup experience and make them readily available to all teachers in the near future. We hope to continue providing a place for teachers to meet, connect in meaningful ways, and learn something new. If you're interested in learning more or hosting a virtual meetup in the future, please fill out this form and we'll be sure to update you as soon as there is more information. That sounds really awesome too. I study Chinese every day with app Duolingo. Cool. I started doing it, but I kind of stopped because I was so busy with school, but that would be a good thing to work on during quarantine time, right? The VIPKID community team responds to trending topics. Our teacher service and support teams are always giving a pulse on what's trending in the community. So in this weekly update section, we're digging deeper into issues affecting teachers within the last week and providing clarity whenever possible to see our responses to the following trending topics in the Hutong. Fixed issues printing payment records in the teacher portal, automatic iPad app update on April 27th, Beijing time. What to do if I'm a teacher impacted by a tornado, severe weather, or any natural disaster. What should I do if I'm impacted by COVID-19 and am unable to teach classes? Okay, so that's great. So all of that is awesome, important stuff. And I know that Christy Carter has a lot of information on that as well. She made a video on how to apply for soft cancellations. And I also saw that she was approved for it. So that's really awesome. And so that's all I have for the weekly update. The virtual meetups were very fun. I went to. Oh, awesome, Mindy. That sounds really fun. Yeah. And it's a good way to meet other people and people that you wouldn't normally meet. And Gwen says, I like to tomato sauce and I grow tomatoes family. Yeah, I love homemade tomato sauce. Like my family does not like homemade fresh tomatoes. They don't like fresh tomatoes, period. But I love them. My grandmother, when I was a kid, she had a huge garden. I never learned how to garden from her, unfortunately. But we would go to her house and she would give us these little Morton salts. They were like this big and just like 1 inch tall. And they were really tiny, and she would give us each one of those, and we would go out to the garden, we would pick a tomato off the plant, and we would eat it like an apple. And we'd put a little salt, we'd take another bite, put a little salt, take another bite. Oh, so good. So good. Fresh tomatoes are so much better than any other tomatoes ever. Teach me how to make tomato sauce. Yeah, I want to teach you how to make bread. I got to make that bread video. I got to make bread today, actually. So, yeah. And tomato sauce is really easy. You basically just want to, haven't made homemade tomato sauce. I'm trying to think. I make applesauce. The biggest thing for tomatoes is you want to You put them in cold and then hot, or hot and then cold. There's a trick to getting the skin off. Once you get the skin off, you just cook them down. Like you just like cook it all day long. Like my mom would put it in a big pot and she would just cook it on the stove with a cover for like the entire day. But I would say now you could probably do that, in a crock pot. Hello, Tim, teacher Tim. Hello. Thank you for stopping by. I just got done reading the weekly update. You need a oh, she never used a food mill because we like the chunks. We like the chunks. So she would just kind of mash it with a masher, like a potato masher type of thing. So it depends on how you like it. If you want to have it like pureed, then you might need a food mill. But if you don't mind it being chunky, then you could just cook it down, and I just love it with the chunks. I don't like it to be completely pureed, but my family probably would like it without the chunks. You can also make homemade like spaghetti sauce from just canned tomatoes. But making it from fresh, you need a lot of tomatoes. Like it takes a lot of tomatoes because they cook down, and there's a lot of water in tomatoes. Immersion blender can help once tomatoes are soft. Also, you can, yeah, like the little handheld one. Yeah, that would work. And then also, you could probably use, if you have a metal colander, you could put the tomato, like put it through the top and just kind of squish it through the colander as well. How is everyone's bookings? My bookings are great. I had some holes tomorrow, but I'm hoping that they're going to fill in. I put short notice. We'll see what happens. But if they don't fill in, it's okay because I'm booked for all of the rest of the time. So I'm really not having a problem with bookings at this moment. Like I said, I do have 3 out of my 7 are booked for tomorrow. But that's okay because I can handle a day off. I'm refreshing to see if anybody booked. No. So for tomorrow, I have some openings. But that's okay because I am full the rest of the week and I'm also full next week. So I don't know why on Wednesday, it before the coronavirus thing, Thursday was my day that sometimes I would have holes, but now it's been Wednesday, so I don't know why. So, yeah. Good. I'm glad you're doing well, Tim. And Candy, good. 2 to 3 bookings as opposed to 6. Okay. Yeah. So I have seen reports of some people getting lower bookings, and we don't know what it's going to be like once they go back to school, if they're going to want to keep up with their classes or if they're going to take a break. We'll just have to see what. Oh, 1st to 5th is Chinese holidays. Okay. Keeping that in mind. And well, we just read in the weekly report that that's also Teacher Appreciation Week. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm always fully booked, no slots open. My regulars. Oh, that's good, Amanda. Yes, we have been watching and we will learn from your expertise as well. Mine are a little less. Yeah, I have a lot of regulars and I'm really thankful for that. I also have a lot of people who, a lot of new people as well. And sometimes they switch. Like I'll look and I'll say, oh no, I have cancellations. But then I realize that they have switched their time to another time, which is fine. So sometimes they are just, I'm really waiting. I am really close to getting my 1,000 um, 5 Apple reviews. I have 996 feedbacks, but I have 990 5 apples. So I have 10 more 5 Apple reviews. So I will be sharing, I'll be shouting from the rooftops when I get 1,005 apples. And May 1st will also be when I'm signing my 6th contract. And I think I am almost over. Well, everybody who knows me knows that I also teach school. I am 40 classes fewer than 3,000. So I'm at the point of making some, hitting some, what do you call it, landmarks or whatever. So Kelly, thank you for coming. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you for giving me your turn. So yeah, so I'm signing my 6th contract coming up. So that's exciting. And I will tell you this, it does not seem like 2 years at all. Like, I just can't even believe that that much time has gone by, because I don't feel like it's been that long. But it's been great. I've loved it. And I've loved getting to know all of my friends online. And thank you for coming. And thank you for all of the thumbs up. Thank you for your support. And I hope you all participate. Cindy, did you draw your background yourself? Okay, yeah, I did talk about this a little bit earlier. Yeah, this was inspired by Cindy Pummer. And I do have a video on my channel that shows you the progress. And she had sent me some of the graphics that she used for her really cool black and white drawing. And she also gave one away to one of her subscribers. And so I just decided I was going to just do it differently. And I did draw a dino freehand. I did use a template for my apple and my stars. And I just kind of drew around, and then I just did the watercolors. And so this is kind of inspired by Cindy Pummer. And then other people were also interested. I think Amanda, our friend Amanda on here, not Amanda Panda, the other Amanda, she made one with Cindy's graphics as well. So I just decided I was going to throw this together. And then this is made by Evelyn. This is made by Evelyn. This is from the Good Fortune box. So all of these things represent my friends and people that I care about and that I've gotten to know, and your support. So that's really cool. Yeah. Yeah, so Cindy sent me the images, and I kind of wanted to put more on it, but then I thought, I always try to, maybe I'll put like Mike and Meg over here, put something over here in this spot. But I kind of try to do too much sometimes, so I just thought I'd stop myself, and I said, we're just going to do this. So maybe I could put a bird or butterfly over here. Will I order the hoodie? Is it this time? Is it the 6th contract you order the hoodie? Oh, wow. No, I think isn't it 3 years? 6th contract. Yeah, maybe, isn't it? When it comes time for the hoodie, I am definitely ordering the hoodie. Definitely. I am getting the hoodie. Totally. Absolutely. 100%. I will add a few classes. Oh, 6th contract. That's right. I have a video about that. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but when they decided to change the hoodie, I made a little funny video and got lots of thumbs down, because I was just joking, because everybody was like, the hoodie, the hoodie, the hoodie. Every time I turned on VIPKID, it was